Good day, Miss Leona. I'm Leon Kalim, and I represent the LMP Insurance Consulting Company to explain about the risk that phone photo will face and also the insurance plan that we suggest for phone photo. So, Miss Leona, can you introduce yourself?
Good day, everyone. My name is Leona, one of the worker of Poon Photo. And since my boss could not join the meeting, so I represent him to attend this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Miss Leona. And this meeting will be recorded. So, do you agree?
Yes, I agree. It
Okay,
will be
thank you, Miss
fine.
Leona. Thank you for Miss Leona representing Phone Photo. And in this meeting, I will explain about the risks that faced by Phone Photo and suggest some insurance plan. So, as your information, we are LMP Insurance Consulting Company. So, there are a few risks that Phone Photo will face. First is the property damage risk. So, the business premise was built 30 years ago. Part of the electrical circuits have not been inspected or repaired in a long time. So it may cause a fire occur and destroy to the properties that owned by the business. Second is the flood. It is because phone photo in a flood prone area. So during rainy season, the surrounding areas are in flooding risk. Third is the liability risk, which is the electrical device has a defect or the owner is unaware of and sells to the customer and cause injury to the customer. Fourth is the burglary risk because of no CCTV installation inside or outside the business and indirectly encourage the criminal to commit the crime. So it may cause the burglary occurred and the business will loss of the inventory or the income. So the last risk is the glass shattering because of the business is fully covered and showcased by glasses. So the glasses might be break in several reasons and cause damage to the inventories or injuries to the customer. So we suggest that 5 insurance plan for phone photo. First is the unlicensed property or risk. So this insurance plan provides coverage for business property due to all risks unless excluded in the policy. So this insurance plan will cover two sections. One is the loss or the damage to the policyholder business property at the stated location or the business permits due to all risks unless excluded in the policy. Second section is loss of profit, loss of revenue, loss of rental, standing charges, wages, or salaries on the payroll basis and an increase in the cost of working due to the business interruption as a result of loss or damage to property insured under Section 1. So, in this policy, you can extend the insurance plan to cover your machinery breakdown and loss of profit, which following machinery breakdown extension up to maximum 2 million anyone loses and in the aggregate. Second is plant and machinery erection costs up to maximum 2 million any one of those in the aggregate. But in this insurance plan there are some exclusion which is this insurance cannot cover war, civil war and any act of terrorism, terrorist, radioactive and nuclear energy risk, loss of or damage caused by the pollution or contamination, death recognition, property damage to data or software. So next is the fire insurance, which provide coverage on the loss of policyholders' property that is damaged by fire, lightning, and explosion. So this insurance will cover in three categories. One is buildings, second is stock, and the third is the content like the inventories, machine, equipment, and tools of the phone photo. So you can pay an addition premium to extend the policy, which is to cover the following risks, which are the flood, aircraft damage, earthquake, overflowing of water tanks, apparatus or pipes, explosion from electrical appliances, impact damage, bushfire, volcanic eruption, storm, tempest, landslide, sprinkler leakage, spontaneous combustion, smoke damage, damage by the falling trees or the tree branches, and also the molecules damage. But in this policy, there are some risks that exclude, which are not covered by the insurance, which are the revolution, nuclear energy risk, thief that during and after the occurrence of fire, war, invasion, real pollution, radioactive, and act of terrorism. So the third is aliens product liability insurance, which compensate for injury or damage sustained by another person caused by the defective products supplied, distributed, or sold. So this insurance will provide indemnity to manufacturer, distributor, or supplier of the products against the potential liability exposed, and indemnifies the insurance against all sum of third party bodily injured or loss of or damage to the property. So it also indemnifies the insured for those sum which the insured shall pay as legal costs and other expenses. But the expenses of the legal costs cannot exceed the limit of the indemnity. In this insurance, there's only the exclusion, which is the insurance cannot cover the product guarantee, product recall, damage to product itself, fines, penalties, liquidated damage, punitive damage, or exemplary damage, and the poor financial or economic loss. Next is about the crime insurance. So this insurance will provide the coverage for those loss of the policyholders' possessions in the event of a robbery or safe burglary inside the building. So it will cover the internal crime like the employees steal the inventories of the phone photo, or the external crime, which is the third party or other person that steal the inventories, the camera, or the lenses of the phone photo, and thief, robbery, burglary, computer fraud, cyber vandalism, hacking, credit card fraud, fraud, extortion through the internet. So you also can pay an addition premium to extend this insurance to cover the business interruption losses, business income losses, contractual penalties, erroneous fund transfer, extortion, investigation costs, multi-year policy terms, outsourcing, and also the public relation expenses. So this insurance also contain an exclusion which the insurance cannot cover the fire, flood, strait, rail, civil commotion, pollution, war, radioactive, nuclear energy risk, and terrorism which cause the loss occurred. And the last one is about the glass insurance for the phone photo, which allow for the coverage of plate glasses in buildings, office, and showrooms. So under this insurance, it covers the accidental breakage or the loss of plate glass on the insured property, the cost of erecting any temporary board to replace broken plate glasses, the cost of repairing any lettering, decorations, or sign writing that was attached to the damaged object, cost of replacing the reflective or shelterproof frame attached to the cracked plate glasses, the cost of replacing the wire or burglar alarm tape attached to the soldered plate glasses, and also replacing window frames that have been ruined by wear and tear. So there are some exclusion in this insurance, which is the earthquake or volcanic eruption that related to the break framework or frames, and also the losses that caused by occurring as a result of the armed conflict, civil war, and invasion, hostile act by foreign adversaries, hostilities, or action resembling hostilities. And also the action that cannot cover by the glass insurance are the strike, riot, and civil unrest, military or popularizing, insurrection, revolution, military or absolute authority, martial law, or state of sin, or any of the circumstances or reason that lead to the declaration or upkeep the martial law or state of sin. So these are our analysis and suggestion for Pun Photo. So Miss Leona, are you clear?
Yes, I can understand it all. Thank you, Miss Leong, for the suggestion and explanation that given by you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Leona.